Up YouTube. Yes, it is amazing. We're on the air. I know we're usually an hour and a half in by now, but I want to welcome you all. I am your host, Robert the Monster Among Marks Drap, and I am joined once again by my good friend and tag team partner, Sierra. How you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. I got no sleep because I was flipping between wrestling and the football game last night.
I mean, fair
But
enough.
both were wins in my opinion.
I
So
mean,
I'll like sleep.
I mean, I I I I follow the Texans, and up until this point, it was a very big downer. So, but then for us to beat our divisional rivals in overtime that close, it was something to behold. But speaking of seeing stuff to behold, this fucking Raw, the go home show for Super Showdown.
So you know how I said I was all for having an episode dedicated to Dean last week?
Yeah,
Due to the fact they did it again this week, I would not be surprised if Rollins and Reigns took chair shots on Saturday.
yeah. I mean, there's
It's
there's
too soon. If
definitely
they're still planning this for WrestleMania, if they're still planning Seth and Dean for WrestleMania, it's too soon.
maybe.
Because originally, before Ambrose got injured during the first reunion, they had it set for Ambrose to turn on Rollins, and that would be the WrestleMania match.
I mean, I would love to see it as a Survivor Series match. I think that would be very good. I
I
think
feel
they
like
could
they're
go
gonna
that
do it
far.
until Rumble.
I mean, I at least think that having them started at Survivor Series gives them enough gas to go to
They've been
WrestleMania.
teasing it so hard the last 2 weeks.
That's the thing, though. They'll do that. Speaking of,
I
let's
can't
get
wait for our
started.
Friday show because I have so
Ugh.
much to talk about, and I can't talk about it right now.
Yeah, let's get started with tonight's show. And normally, I don't mention the very beginning of the show, the then now forever intro, because fuck that intro generally. But
Did you just notice it changed?
this is the first time I've seen it.
This is like week 2 or 3 that they've had it.
Every
I
time I've
only know
watched it
that
on,
because I watched 205 Live and NXT on the WWE Network, and this part records for every part of my recordings for SmackDown and Raw.
I guess it's because I didn't watch last week. I didn't watch Raw last week until
Oh yeah, I float so low.
yep. Um, I watched SmackDown on the website as I traditionally do for NXT and 205. So this is the first time I'd seen it, but I still think it looks really fucking good and deserves a mention because it looked good.
Do you really not have the $10 a month for the network?
No, I am broke.
Boy, you are missing out on some content.
The website has it all. I think, but I don't want to give WWE more money because I don't have more money to give. Anyway, let's start
It's
with
the only subscription I pay for.
let's start with the interview by Charlie Caruso in the ring of Dean Ambrose and how he was kind of, I want to say, almost flippant about his answers and very almost angry about having to be in the ring.
Let me just say this off the bat. This Dean Ambrose that we have seen since his return, and
Oh,
this tonight, this is the best work Ambrose has done ever.
yep, A plus.
And I worry about them turning it too soon because again, if there's a plan for it to be Seth versus Dean at Mania, my fear is if we start this too soon, say Super Showdown, Survivor Series, um, will we be interested in it at WrestleMania?
Uh, Here's
I
the
mean,
thing, and I really have to kind of go with where we're at with AJ and Samoa Joe in the same sort of comparison because we've been reaching back since SummerSlam, and it doesn't look like this has any time, it has any stopping point anytime soon. And I will say that with the caveat that has been placed upon the match, or rather, I will say that confidently with the caveat that has been placed upon the match at Super Showdown, because of the way they worded it in the bottom portion. Fuck it, let's go there.
No DQ, no count out.
No DQ, no count out.
Just like you wanted.
Hang on.
Cell.
Well, here's the last part of it that you missed in that statement. There must be a winner. That is part of the stipulation. There cannot be a double count out. There cannot be a...
It's no count out.
There can't be a double knockout like they did for fucking Roman and Strowman. This is whoever manages to get the pin or the submission. That's it.
I really think Styles is going to get it.
He needs to lose. He needs to lose.
Are you sure you don't want to do a review?
Here's the reason why Styles needs to lose. I'm going to do it now.
Can't see my eyebrows wiggle because I don't have eyebrows.
It's okay. Because there's nowhere else for Joe to go. If he doesn't win here, it'll straight be another Nakamura. What do you do with him? Say again?
What if Joe goes to Nakamura? It would be a very rare heel v heel feud that could be very amazing.
But he'll slip down to the mid card where he doesn't belong, and
okay, but Nakamura can transition between main card and mid card. Rusev could do it too. Joe could do it.
There's nobody else in the main event though.
If they would give Gallows and Anderson a chance like they're giving the Ascension, but I'm
oh god. Let's get back to the beginning of the show. Very much this goes on the questions of loyalty, Dean being more and more agitated by it and being very cagey with his answers. Before the end of the interview, the interview ends, Dean goes to leave. Baron Corbin comes out and says, guess what? You've got a choice. Option A, you get to face Seth for the Intercontinental Championship. Option B, you get to face Roman for the Universal strap. Or option C, you can face Braun Strowman. And Dean's like...
And to which Dean Ambrose says, nay, I'll take secret option 4. You and me right now.
And
apparently... Baron had Strowman on standby, though.
Yeah, it's like, oh wait, you almost got me. No, go kick his ass. And this,
I had to.
No,
I loved that.
It was great. It was beautiful, and
it's the best work Ambrose has been doing in a minute.
And Ambrose in this match, that happens.
Can we just talk about the fact that I had for that entire opening segment a page of notes?
Yeah.
I just flipped it to get to the match.
I know. I do that.
You skim through it and like, bam.
Yeah, well, we're in a mosh pit here, people. Let's get to work. All right, so Dean gets in a fucking slobber knocker with Strowman, which you'd honestly not think he could do, but he did. And Strowman really sold it for him, and I really loved it.
Anytime Ambrose gets into the ring with a big man is that we're going to see a repeat of Ambrose v. Lesnar at Roadblock.
Oh, nope. I don't have my headphones on. Nope. You done goofed.
So
you brought it up.
My tag team partner has decided to leave because he doesn't want to listen to my opinion on my fears whenever Ambrose gets into a match with a big man.
I don't like that match.
Although Braun does hold control at the beginning of this match with those wrist locks, the boot, the fists.
Yeah.
He forces Dean to the corner where he plows into Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the rest hold headlock.
Which was terrible.
You see Ambrose continuously trying to grab for the beard. and Strowman's just knocking him back.
That is a sin, in my opinion. You don't grab the
I knew
man's
you were going
beard.
to say something.
I mean, I'm sorry. I've cultivated this glorious beard.
Okay, so you know what my favorite thing to do is, and I'm interrupting you just to make you even more heated. My favorite thing to do with the bearded men is just go like this underneath of their chin, just like, it's the best feeling in the world. I love that feeling.
That's only a little weird. It's not that weird, but it's a little weird. And we're gonna move
I'm
on. So
angry I can't grow facial hair, because if I grow facial hair, I'd be full lumberjack beard.
I mean, I'll be honest. It can be a bit of a pain in the ass when you get it down a certain length, which is why I trimmed it up a little bit.
You think this shit's not a pain in the ass?
No, I know. I can imagine. I know, and very much like the hair on your head. When I go to sleep, if it's too long, it goes back up, and I don't like that. So, but let's get back to the match here. There was a lot of rest holds. Didn't like that. Ziggler. I'm sorry. Dean ends up
Don't
getting.
get to the finish before I get there.
No, I was gonna go with Dean gets running power slam almost out of nowhere by Strowman.
You jumped.
Yeah, I did. Because there was
a beautiful segment with Ambrose.
go for it. What is this beautiful segment for you?
Right. Just because I want to get to where you are.
Mhm.
I can't find my spot anymore.
Don't worry. So with Strowman setting up and
Sorry, I found it.
go for it.
So we see, instead of Strowman getting that power slam like you were going to say, we see
Yep.
Strowman go for the power slam, but instead, Dean gets the thumb to the eyes, escapes. We see him attempt to do dirty deeds, which Strowman escapes, tries to run at Dean, only for Strowman to get dumped over the ropes, onto ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Which he quickly gets back in the ring. We see Ambrose backed into the corner where Strowman charges, but Dean evades. He gets a forearm and a drop kick, blow to the chest, and then we see another going for the power slam. We're not getting to your actual power slam yet.
Damn it.
Because there were so many good spots where Dean escapes those power slams.
Yeah, I mean
Strowman goes for another power slam, but Ambrose is able to reverse it into the dirty deeds. We get the near fall. Strowman rolls ringside. Dean gets the suicide dive, wails on Strowman, and then Strowman gets sent into the stairs. Then you can talk about your power slam.
Back in the ring for the finish of this match, after Strowman hit the running power slam on Dean, he is setting up for a second because the crowd always says one more time on the power slams. He's setting up for it, and fucking Roman comes out of goddamn.
He gets two power slams on Dean.
Like I said, Roman comes out of goddamn nowhere to a Superman punch, which causes Dean to lose via disqualification. And Strowman continues to fight. And this brings out Baron Corbin, who schedules Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, at the beginning of this match, Roman tries to make it a title match against Dolph Ziggler. Baron Corbin comes out and says, no. You don't make the matches around here. I make the matches around here. You're not only not defending this title tonight, you're not defending this until Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel when you face Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. That is a fucking crazy thing. He was just going to schedule a match against Dean for the championship, but because it's not Dean, STFU get to your match. And this was, I didn't, because after, well, I might have skipped. No, they had a fight. It was like,
you didn't skip Ambrose flipping out on Rollins and throwing ice all over the trainer's room?
that didn't happen until a little later.
Dude.
It didn't, because Baron Corbin scheduled the match, and then it,
and you went right into the match.
Yeah, I might have missed missed him flipping out on there. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I had it in the wrong order. I had the match first, then that, when it was the other way around. I'm sorry. I make errors.
You're good.
No, I'm not.
No, I should. You are our leader. Let me just.
I'm nobody. I'm a dork. I'm a dork in a Sons of Anarchy hat on a YouTube show. Let's do this. I'm not better than anybody. Speaking of not being better than anybody, apparently Dean didn't actually think so when he actually makes the veiled threat against Seth Rollins in the back, saying he could have been Intercontinental Champion tonight. Again, this is more of the fractures in the Shield, which I don't think need to happen right now, but I'm not.
What is this just Dean being Dean, TBH?
I'm
We've not seen the wily Dean that we were used to was in Shield. After the Shield breakup, he went babyface. Like, yes, Shield was face for a long time, but they were never babyface.
They were more
tweener. Straight babyface. So the fact that I think I would love the idea that this could just be a personality trait that he gets when he's with his brothers in the Shield. Like, remember, they got into the big fight when Roman speared Dean, and then Dean was getting angry about the bruised ribs, and he did the veiled threats there too. The veiled threats have always been a Dean thing.
Maybe I wouldn't hate that actually as an explanation.
Let's think about it. You know, he mulled both those matches over in his head, and then decided for the group,
for the greater good.
Else.
Yeah. We get to the Dolph Ziggler match. Really, this was a damn good match. There's no other way to put it. This was a wonderful start. We start with Dean and Strowman, and then roll into Dolph Ziggler, who's always good, versus Roman Reigns. And
consistently good matches.
Yeah, and Roman's not half bad. He did pull his weight in this one and really put on what I think wasn't maybe like a
fan, but you just made it sound like he doesn't pull his weight in most of the matches.
Well, no. I'm saying that there's two choices in a Roman match. Roman, getting beat down for 90% of it, and then no selling and Super Cena to the
Super Cena.
Oh God, don't let me get to that one. I actually saw the 6th move of Doom. You don't want to see it.
They named it on TV.
They name dropped it. Yep. They name dropped it. Yep. I think it was much better when I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I already knew the name and everything, but it was just like, God, now that they say it out loud, I don't like it.
You're gonna hate it even. You're gonna hate it even more when you actually see him do it.
Oh, I'm sure I could Google it. He premiered it in China or something.
In Shanghai, yep. And let's get back. This was
That's why NXT is definitely better, especially coming soon.
Oh yeah. Dolph Ziggler again putting together a damn good match. Had a good 50-50 with him. And this was very much why I liked Roman versus AJ. Because Dolph Ziggler, for all intents and purposes, is a in-ring general. He has that capability to lead a match, to really put it together the way it should be put together in order to draw out the best aspects of both competitors. There's no denying it. Everything he did with The Miz, everything he's done in his long and storied career has been a masterwork. I'm going to show you how to put together a match when it shouldn't be good. And when he has somebody who has the talent that Roman Reigns has, it's even better. So for this to be the second match of the night, kind of almost made the rest of the show in the middle and at the end suffer a little bit in my view, because I would like to have seen this match here as the finish to the show. That would have been great. Or even McIntyre versus Seth as the finish would have been great. But we'll get to the finish of the show. But Dolph Ziggler cannot pull out the upset and ends up losing. Again, like I said, I don't normally recommend going back to watch Raw matches or SmackDown matches, but this is one you should. Like, if you want to see some good main roster wrestling, this is it. This is where you need to turn to. Next up, we get Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott. I really like the spot the bump that Rousey took going into the turnbuckle with her shoulder. There was a couple spots where Ruby Riott was using Ronda's ponytail around the rope ring and a couple fish hooks into the mouth. That was very good. Ronda Rousey with this like 5-10 second gut wrench slam. Like, she picks Ruby Riott up and just like does a half a circle, like 3/4 of a circle, and then slams her. I'm like, that's some power right there. Very good in my opinion. Ronda Rousey obviously gets the armbar, which causes Ruby Riott to tap out. No shenanigans by the Bella Twins. I think they're kind of still feeling themselves in the doghouse, which they shouldn't be entirely. But there you have it. We did get a little bit of shenanigans by the members of the Riot Squad, but they did get a little bit of comeuppance in the taste of Ronda Rousey's boots through the rope. Again, like I said, this wasn't anything special, but it was good. Solid 3. There you go. Just whipping through this. We got more hype for Super Showdown. Then we get Bobby Roode with Chad Gable at ringside versus Connor of the Ascension with Victor. I don't know how much longer Gable's going to be with Roode, but I'm really happy that they used the Ascension catchphrase. That was very good. So, like Sierra, this crowd was mostly dead silent for that match, which was a shame. Any spots on this one?
Interrupt you because I feel like I'm pissing you off.
No, please. Hey, never be afraid to get me all riled up.
I can hear your exhale, and I can just see the way that I don't have visual on you, but I can just kind of tell that you don't like being interrupted. So I'm just
challenge me, please.
I'll put color commentary in as you would like.
Sorry. Any favorite spots in this match?
I mean, I want to say anything Connor does because I am such a big Ascension fangirl, but I am a Ascension fangirl, so anything Connor did was my favorite moment of the match.
I mean, they are really good. And they did get a pretty good chance to display it here.
Waiting on you, buddy. So it was go ahead.
How did it end?
It was a quick match. Based on what I have written, we see just the closing moments. We see Rude get a top rope clothesline followed by some chops. He gets a top rope blockbuster onto Connor. But for the very ending, we see Victor throw Gable off the apron because Gable got up on the apron. I was looking down to take notes at that time. Rude then sends Victor to the floor, and Connor throws Rude into a gut wrench, getting the pin. Connor wins again. Yes.
Which was really good.
My only fear now is that Connor now has 2 wins in a row. So this is either their get ready for their best wishes, like they did with Emma, or they might be breaking up the Ascension because Connor's the only one that can get a win. Or potentially maybe I could see my tag team finally get the push they've so sorely deserved.
I think that might be it. Actually, I feel like
I would love to think that, but I have hoped and prayed for so long that now that it's happening,
you're afraid of it.
I'm afraid that it's more like an Emma sense because I loved Emma, and the last time she got a huge push from the WWE, had a WWE title shot, the next night it was, I'm gone.
Well, speaking of things that were gone but come back again, the moment of bliss, I honestly didn't expect to see a moment of bliss. But this basically starts the storyline between herself and Trish Stratus going into are they they're not facing each other at Super Showdown. It's Evolution, yeah. What's next?
B-Team versus the Revival.
Really?
Did I miss? I might have missed something.
You did not. My notes from this point, like I said, after Rude versus Connor, I was going on 2 times speed because I was trying to get to the show. So, my notes from here on are just very brief.
What do you have next, though?
It I think it was, yeah, there it is. B-Team versus Revival. I think I heard it was Axel's birthday.
I don't know. I stepped out for a cigarette. The match actually started during the commercial break. But when the match came back on air, Revival was in full control. If it was Curtis Axel's birthday, then good God, this poor boy got worked over a majority of this match. If this is how we say happy birthday, sign me out. Count me. I don't want to be a wrestler. I don't want to get like that on my birthday. Granted, yes, I'm getting great screen time, but I just jobbed the Revival. No, I didn't.
You had me going there, damn it.
But we see Dawson put Axel in a rest hold. They're in this rest hold for a while, and look, rest holds are good for momentary reprise to like whisper something in your guys' ears. But when you have a rest hold for like 3 or 4 minutes, it really puts a damper on the match. Thankfully, Wilder tags in and transitions into his own rest hold. We see Axel try to tag, but Wilder gets a toe drop hold and back into a rest hold.
God, I feel bad for these guys because, as far as I understand it, they have a little signal work with the commentary.
All 4 of them came from NXT.
Yeah, they have a signal work with the commentary team. So they know when they go to commercials, they do a rest hold. So they come back like 3 minutes later, 4 minutes later, and they get back to work. I keep feeling like they didn't.
Commentary didn't care.
Commentary didn't tell them we're not at commercial.
Well, and so commentary is at the top of the ramp. Also, they're not ringside anymore.
Yeah. See, maybe that's what it
They
is.
have to rely on the ref who has that bud in their ear, his ear.
Mm.
But so Axel does eventually get some space by sending Wilder into the ring post.
Mm-hmm.
We finally see Bo tag in. Bo gets the instant advantage until he is distracted by Wilder. We see Dawson get the spine buster onto Bo, causing a near fall. We see the double team, the rocket launcher, just to make note of that move because I'm trying to learn my moves.
Rocket launcher.
By Dash and Dawson. But Bo gets the knees up and saves himself, rolls through, pinning Wilder. B team gets the win until AOP with Drake Maverick in his beautiful leather jacket. Drake, where do you shop? I need to get it. Demolishes the B team, hits the super collider, and is it right after this Baron stops them? Nope. It's a match between those.
I was gonna say, yeah, they just walked away if I remember correctly. It was like
Jesus.
raise the fists in the ring. I do remember seeing AOP with Baron Corbin in the back.
Match, it's a promo.
Yeah, they're just in the back talking about how awesome they are.
Yeah, so that's after this next promo.
Yep. Backstage with
Ambrose and Reigns after Rollins and Ambrose had their moment. They had the back and forth too. I just took over control. Why don't you go over this?
I was just gonna say we get another veiled threat about.
Yeah, that's basically.
Yeah, Ambrose saying I could have been Universal Champ today.
No. So he tells Seth, I could be the IC champ right now. He tells Roman, I might be the Universal champ right now. Could versus might. Technically different meanings.
Yeah, I can see where he
almost ensures that he would win. Might puts the son of doubt.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't know if he can stack up to Roman. He thinks he can definitely beat Seth.
And if we think about the hierarchy prior to like 2016 Battleground, when they had their triple threat, at the time, Seth was always the strongest. Roman was second, Dean was last. And I think throughout time, Roman became number 1, Seth became number 2, and Dean's still at number 3.
Which is crazy.
No, it's because of people not getting. He had a very lackluster title reign post Shield.
Air quotes.
Not very good. I'm having flashbacks to the Mohegan Sun Arena in Wilkes-Barre or Scranton, Pennsylvania, and the giant foam cowboy hat. But moving on, we do.
A giant foam. What?
SmackDown. It was in Pennsylvania. I was at that show. They were at the Mohegan Sun Arena, which is a casino.
Yeah, but what? Where does the phone?
Did you just pull it up?
No, I don't have my phone. I don't keep it near the computer.
He cut a promo with the belt and a giant foam cowboy hat.
What the shit? Come on, guys, you shouldn't have done that to him.
But moving on, we did get the Corbin interaction with AOP. He hypes them up. It sounds like they could potentially be putting them in for a title contention eventually, or their first real feud. We get the first breast cancer promo vignette of October. We're gonna see this about 8-9 more times.
Fun.
And then we move into Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre.
Yep.
Ziggler is pushing hard for Ambrose. Like, man, he's hyping Ambrose up. He brought up the very lackluster title reign, yet saying that he was doing amazing work on his own, which he was doing amazing work on his own. He just didn't have any character as a champion.
Like, this Dean Ambrose as a champion would be amazing. Fucking Strowman put him over.
We get a rift in the Dogs of War. Basically saying that there's no room for the weak links, and both McIntyre and frickin' Strowman cut to
just
Ziggler.
Straight stare at the guy.
With how quickly those stairs cut into Ziggler, you could have carved a diamond.
Yeah, it was crazy.
First of all, also he demands McIntyre must win. I don't know what that voice was.
That was your attempt at being Strowman.
No, that was not. We're not going to.
That man has my beard goals.
Jesus.
He's on my list of 3 people who I classify as beard goals. Him, Ciampa, and James Harden. They got damn great beards. I'm envious.
Should we go ahead and move on? Do you have anything to say about the Strowman, Ziggler, McIntyre anymore?
Nah, you said it. And he almost looked like a kicked puppy.
Oh, Ziggler.
Poor Ziggler.
Ziggler.
Fucking wow. This match here between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins.
Did I not say last week that the 6 men in this feud could not put on a bad match? We saw an amazing singles match. We saw
a damn good.
So many variations of the groups.
Yeah, we saw a damn good match between Strowman. Yeah, we got Strowman versus Dean, which I'd rate at a 4. Roman versus Dolph Ziggler, a 4.5, and then this one, a 5 out of 5 for me. This one was really good. I love how normally a lot of Raw matches tend to have a lot of rest holds, tend to have very low energy at the start. But fucking Rollins just turned it up to 11 at the beginning and started beating the shit out of McIntyre.
So you just gave Rollins versus McIntyre a 5 out of 5. You are giving no chance for the Super Showdown match to be any better.
That's not really true. In the the way I do my thought process on this is graded in the vacuum of a Raw match. This is a TV show match.
I don't think this is one of the best matches Raw has ever produced. My numbers are all -1 of yours.
I can't help but think that this is the best match they've put on in 6 months.
Agree to disagree. I'll find a match that sticks out.
Please, I want to go watch it again.
Okay, but should I go ahead and get to the color commentary of Rollins and
Please do.
Alrighty. Wait, wrong show.
Oh God, we got 45 minutes. By the way,
find out what happens in Milwaukee tonight.
God damn it! Why? God damn it! Why? God damn it! Why? We got what, 2 weeks till you'll not be on the show because you're gonna be at 1,000. Yeah, you'll be at 1,000 in 2 weeks, so it'll be me by myself here. I'll have to do harder notes. Damn it.
Because I ain't gonna have notes.
Because
she's not gonna have a voice.
Not gonna be here. Gonna have to do Raw, and then when I come on for SmackDown on Wednesday, it's gonna be
I won't be here for Raw.
a cardboard cutout of Sierra sitting in front of the thing with a little Slytherin patch held up just to stop me, and it's like, fuck, I'm doing this by myself. Damn it!
Hold on. The fact is, but you're gonna see me asleep in that bed.
No. That's why I said.
Behind the cardboard cutout.
That's what we're getting. That's it. You know what? No, I'm sorry. We've just gone so far off the rails that I can't do this match.
Okay.
Okay, Rollins loses.
I got this. Oh, go ahead. Finish your statement.
I was going to say Rollins loses because Dolph Ziggler just fucking books it down to the ring, pulls a Baron Corbin slide through one of the turnbuckle, like near the turnbuckle ropes, pops up, slides under the other side, and Ziggler's like trying to get, Rollins trying to get at Ziggler, but then turns around and eats a fucking Claymore kick. Then Dolph doesn't even fucking wait. Jumps on Rollins, beats the shit out of him.
Amazing.
Strowman comes out. He gets to the ring. Fucking Dean shows up. I'm sorry. No, Roman comes out as they're beating on Seth. Braun Strowman comes out.
For a second, Dean might not show up, just like he did with Seth, and then Seth got his butt whooped.
Yeah, fucking Dean comes out with a goddamn axe handle. At first, I thought it was a kendo stick. Yes, this is the great. Just fucking, he comes out there. I thought at first I'm like, oh, he's got a kendo stick. No, he's got an axe handle. Oh shit! Fucking clocks.
At this point.
Yep, just dude, come out with a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. You've already been given it. Just fucking roll. No, he was given it by Foley.
We'll never see it. No, we'll never see it. This is not the Attitude Era. This is not CZW. He is not Jon Moxley.
I don't know who that is, so I'm moving on. But no way, I just blew my co-host's mind.
Jon Moxley is Jonathan Good, aka Dean Ambrose, from his indie days.
Yeah.
I can't do this right now.
I'll continue then.
I'm one with the notes.
The fucking like I said, I'll just keep. We'll get to the next part. We'll get to the next big segment, and we'll roll in. Which will be Bobby Lashley versus Bobby Lashley backstage with Kevin Owens, and then in the ring. Fucking the heels stand tall against against the Shield and even mock the Shield fist bump. That to me was kind of a little flashing hard that they're gonna win, but that the Shield is gonna win. But that's just me. Moving on, we get more hype for the Super Showdown in the WWE Championship match, and I actually wrote here, I guess it'll be a part of the stipulation that, quote, there must be a winner. Go for it.
I swear to God, if you don't know who this person is, who the fuck is Tyler Black?
Oh, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We seem to have lost Sierra.
Oh my God! You are obsessed with Iowa's Own, and you don't know who he is?
I don't do indie a lot. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I'm garbage. I'm a casual. I am a monster among marks, not smarks.
You are a monster to my heart.
Speaking of being a monster to your heart, let's go to this fucking destructive goddamn promo by KO and Elias. They don't even get past the cheap heat pop before they're just booed out of the goddamn building. Oh my God.
I've never heard a crowd get so angry.
They got fucking roasted.
A house show at a riot, or a riot at a house show, but oh my God!
Throwing the chairs in the ring.
Thrown in. A sign gets thrown into the crowd or into the ring. The beach balls get.
Yeah, just
nowhere.
Just fucking showed up. Anyway, fucking KO and Elias are in the ring. Elias makes his typical cheap heat pop that it's almost with John Cena joining this match, it's almost as ridiculous as a basketball team in Seattle, and they just have a goddamn meltdown. From that point on, it doesn't matter what they said, the entire crowd never let up. Nothing happened. It was just everybody was so pissed. And in my head, go ahead.
I did. So they did. I was able to hear what they said. I don't think anyone in the crowd was able to hear, but they started talking about Cena.
Yeah.
This is where we got the name drop of the sixth move of doom. The sixth.
Really? I thought it was Renee during the match. Like Renee mentioned it, the lightning fist.
At some point in this area, we get the name drop of the sixth move of doom.
Don't Google it. I promise you, you're not gonna be happy.
Unfortunately, it's already popped up on my phone, and I'm just waiting for this stream to end.
Don't look at it. I promise you'll be happier.
So this whole thing was just a hype up for Super Showdown because they only have 3 out of 4 guys there to hype up the match.
Mm-hmm.
Cena's not going to be seen. He's not going to be seen till Saturday.
Yep.
And Cena and Nikki aren't going to be on the same show at the same time right now.
No. Not until Super Showdown.
Oh, they're going to have to be like on different sides. Okay, never mind. But then we get Lio Rush, who hypes up Cena.
Yeah.
Reminds everybody that there's a match after this
train wreck.
Kevin wanted to talk with Elias. Don't call it a train wreck. They got Elias and Kevin got the reaction they wanted. Just a little too much of the reaction they wanted because Elias was trying not to laugh the entire time, kept looking at Kevin in order to just keep a straight face.
It's like, don't look at them.
That is what they wanted, and that's what they achieved, and Kevin hasn't heard that type of booing since he was on Ring of Honor.
That's probably true. Here's the thing, though. It's like, I feel like if Lio Rush, let him go for a minute, maybe 45 seconds, and realized that the reaction wasn't going to let up, if he would have come out there a little quicker, it would have been a little better, but it was still really good.
It probably would have, but again, the issue is you got 3 out of 4 guys hyping up this match. The heels need to have their moment before Rush, who has become the mouthpiece of Bobby Lashley, who has become the mouthpiece of the faces in this feud.
Yeah.
The heels needed to say their part because it was the go home before Rush could come out and say his.
That is very true. And indeed, we move to the match. Again, very light notes on my part. I got that Renee mentioned the Lightning Fist being debuted in Shanghai. But
and that we would potentially see it at Showdown.
Oh, yeah.
What if it's literally just the Superman punch?
I have some bad news. I have some good news for you. Hang on, let me do my voice. Good news! It's not the Superman punch. I fucking promise you. I've seen it.
Literally just a right hook.
I've seen it. I promise you. I'm not going to say anything beyond it's not a move you have seen in a WWE ring. I promise you, you have not seen this move in a ring.
What, he's got Thanos' gauntlet on?
Bob, speaking of stealing shit, I'm going to go ahead and steal the end of this match. Fucking KO steals the win from Bobby Lashley after Lio Rush gets caught up with Elias on the outside. KO rolls him up and gets the win. Post-match,
Rush told last 2 weeks. You knew these comeuppance were coming.
Oh yeah. And I hope there's like a match for him tomorrow night and he has to compete. It would be fucking great. Next we get
I might have the answer to that.
yeah, Bobby Lash a post-match beatdown for Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley with KO and Elias standing tall. This is actually, until the HBK promo, the end of my notes, because I did not care about Bayley versus Alicia Fox. Don't care.
Yeah, I gave a brief synopsis on it.
Go for it.
But I don't have anything broadcasted for 205 Live with Lio Rush. Probably because he just had a match last week against Noam Dar.
That's
and
true.
He did, like 2 or 3 weeks in between because they do have a lot of talent, only an hour work.
Yeah.
But moving on to the most adorable team in the Mixed Match Challenge, which I haven't watched a single episode of because I don't actually care.
Wow.
Did I say that? Oh
You...
shit, my mic's not muted.
They would have seen you mouthing it because you are also on my display here.
But how good are you at reading lips?
My ability with doing so is completely fucking irrelevant. We do have views here. We get people that watch the show. I don't think you are sorry. Anyway, all I've got is Bayley winning. That's it.
Okay. So, fucking Bayley and Balor, first of all. It's the cutest thing in the world. I was smiling for the whole thing. I probably can't stop smiling right now. I'm trying not to look at myself. But Alicia out the gate gets a near fall into a rest hold. Bayley gets the advantage until Fox gets the knee. Followed by a Northern Lights suplex into another near fall. We get a back and forth between the two of them. Bayley with momentum shift, then uses, I want to say it's Finn's move on Fox, because it's Finn's move.
What is it?
It's the drop kick in the corner.
Yeah, the shotgun drop kick. Yeah, that's Finn.
Yep, she does the shotgun drop kick. He gives her 2 thumbs up. She gives the 2 sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, so cute. Bayley uses Finn's move on Fox. Then she takes out Jinder Mahal because he swiped at her legs. Balor then goes to Mahal, gets a sling blade on him, knocking Mahal off his feet. Bayley gets the Bayley to belly on Alicia, pins Alicia Fox. After this, we get our first Evolution promo based off Powerpuff Girls.
I've got a confession to make. As Dave Grohl said once.
I got a confession to make.
Yep. Thank you for getting me there. Apparently, the husband wishes me to dress up for Halloween this year with him. I will be Professor Utonium. And he's going to be him. He's going to be him. I've never been. I've never.
Just like I've gone every year for the last 4 years.
I've got to figure out. How to do all the hair, and I'm not shaving the beard. I love my beard. I've grown this thing for 3 years. The last time I shaved it was Comic Palooza when I won a ticket because I white boy danced so fucking hard it made the other guy quit.
Okay, moving on to the main event of the show.
The showstopper.
The Heartbreak Kid.
Mr. WrestleMania.
Showdown hype.
Yep. The mayor of goddamn Tennessee shows up.
No. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did we forget that was a thing?
Oh my god. Well, it started off as Showdown hype. He says, he goes over, for the last time ever. Dude, you're wrestling at Royal Rumble.
Last time ever. I think what he then said after that 1-on-1 is how they're going to get into it.
But he says that he, as soon as the match was announced, bought a first-class ticket, something about a 100-hour flight. You need to get your facts checked there, sir. It only takes 15 hours to get to Japan from California, so why would it take 100 hours to get from Seattle to Australia?
Maybe I can kind of throw a little bit into this, but it's not going to get you to 100.
Going around Europe.
My thing is that he might have bought a really fucking cheap ticket, so he's got to fly to a couple other places and have layovers. But that doesn't even give me a month, because 100 is a couple months.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 100 hours.
There's only 24 hours in the day.
Yeah, it's
70 hours in 3 days.
72 after 3 days. So yeah, you could get to 100.
It's like
yeah, it's 5 days. Why would you fly for 5 goddamn days? You should not. Anyway, fucking he starts saying that Kane. He says to Kane, "I swear to God, if you what the ring?" He said something. Crowd that.
Anyone else tries to crowd the ring, you'll get the sweet chin music. We hear the hellacious organ.
Yeah.
Sean's just like, come get some, and Kane is behind him. The crowd does not give it away, though. It sounds like they're just popping because of Kane's music. This crowd might be the luckiest sons of guns I've ever met. And that's saying something, because I'm going to SmackDown 1000, and Rey Mysterio is almost 100% going to be there for the surprise pop.
Probably. And, well, we also know that the most electrifying man in sports entertainment will likely be there as well, because there is no SmackDown without the Great One.
The whole reason the show is named SmackDown is it's off of The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
God.
He built the goddamn SmackDown hotel. I want AJ Styles to admit that he has a floor in the SmackDown hotel because of The Rock.
Yeah, the bottom floor, because it's the foundation.
No, you don't get to say that.
So, we get Kane's music. He's right behind Sean. I didn't take notes because then I heard Taker's gong.
He fucking Kane, like, right hands HBK. Like, just gives him a clothesline. And HBK acts like he's been fucking destroyed. The Taker's gong, he fucking materializes. Triple H, as he's getting ready to deliver the tombstone on HBK, Triple H's music hits. He comes down in the fucking suit, starts peeling it off as he's running down to the ring, unbuttoning the shirt, rolling up the collar, rolling up the things as he's running down the ramp. This leads to Triple H, getting back and forth with both Kane and Taker, but then the numbers game gets him. Double choke slam. The fucking tombstone on Trips. And
Damn, Mayor Jacobs.
And then fucking they go up the ramp, and as they did in the past, they both look back, turn around, fist raise. And it's like, end of show.
Look, so it's a predictable ending for any show that ends in a main event when it comes to a legendary status. First thing that comes back to mind is the Royal Rumble, the go-home show to the Royal Rumble, where, was it Lesnar, Goldberg, and Undertaker were in the ring at the same time to close the show?
I imagine so. Yeah, I don't remember.
Goldberg and Taker were definitely in the ring. There was a third person. I'm pretty sure it was Lesnar.
I don't doubt it. Like, they both threw out Lesnar and then eyeballed each other.
It had to to be Lesnar because they were still doing the thing with Goldberg and Lesnar at the time, weren't they?
Yep. And Taker just fucking showed up.
Yeah, saying that whoever wins it, I'm coming for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody gets eliminated.
That's fine.
Yeah, predictable ending. Still enjoyed it. Kane and Taker aren't winning.
Oh, hell no. They need to lose. It's fine.
I mean,
just like
Taker really does signify that he will lose this game. Hopefully, it'll be his retirement.
I think he does. I think it's. I think
Taker's going to face Michaels again.
I think very much that he's at least working, and I think that this was part of his retirement package. Like, he wants that match with HBK to be his last match.
It would just be a nice full circle moment.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. We went for an hour this time, which is amazing, but I appreciate you guys sticking with us. Please like, comment, subscribe, share all those wonderful things down below. Hit the bell for the notifications. Follow the show on Twitter at InMoshPit. She's at Heavy Metal Hippie. I'm at Rob's Random ROMs. We will see you all tomorrow night for SmackDown Live, which starts here in the next half hour. Get on watching. Later.
Bye.